All right, guys, welcome back to In the Garage. We're still working on this 69 Dodge Dart, and I got to tell you, the farther I go into this car, the more story I see, or the more of its history I see, and more of it support the fact that those of you who've seen the videos before this will know what I'm talking about. That hood, I'm about 95% certain did not come with this car. Because the deck lid, I know has had a lot of body work done in it in the past, and like I had said in other videos, based on talking to the owner, this is his second time owning the car. His dad had painted it orange. Now I'm 100% sure this deck lid came original with the car. You can see the orange paint where I've started sanding up under the deck lid. So there's all kinds of orange paint. So I know this is the deck lid that his dad had painted, which leads me to believe it's original with the car. I know we've got some body work here. On the inner framework, I know you can't see me because of the light. The inner framework has got a big dent in it, coming down from the top. And also there's a high spot right here. So that's where that dent is. So that's a high spot. And then over here, it looks like somebody backed into something. It has been fixed, and they done a pretty bang up job doing it. But all of this metal in here has been moved by an impact right here. Not a big impact. I can reach inside here, back behind all the support framework, and I can feel a dent in this area right here. So other than that, the obvious parts is there was still a dent. I don't know if you can see, this thing has a body line right here. There was a dent here, a little crease in that body line, and another crease down here on this body line. So I've got this one dead on the money. But when I was sanding this, I took all of that black, that dark black spray bomb can stuff off, got down to this light gray, and then I blocked it from there on out. I just wanted to see just how straight it was. And it's pretty straight. You can see the dark and the light and the dark and the light. You know, all the real light spots are all high. And the places that went down to, it looks like buff colored primer, they're all high. And but something we're really paying close attention to, I hope you can see this. You got metal here, metal here, metal here, and then in between here you got little bubbles, and we have to make sure we get all that out. That's where paint, primer, and then spray bomb can have all come loose from the metal substrate. So that's where we're at right now. You can see from this impact here, it looks pretty much like a telephone pole. If I had to guess, I would say they backed into a mailbox, a telephone pole, a fence pole, or something, because it's centralized right here. And if you hit right here, of course, it's going to move this metal up. And sure enough, there's our high spot right there. So we've got it really, really close. You can tell you got a high spot here and then low right here where it's still a little bit dark. So, and then we're down to the metal here. So I've got this about as low as I want to get it, and the low spots here I'll build up with my high build primer, and that'll take care of every bit of that. But other than that, which is not a whole lot, the metal is real straight. Let me pause you real quick. All right, I'm back. My wife just left for work. So, but anyway, I'm assuming that the guy who's having this car painted, I'm assuming since his dad painted it orange 20 years ago, that he also done the body work, is what I would assume, and he done just a really good job. My philosophy is, if the body work hadn't come loose in 20 years, it's probably not going to come loose. Just leave it where it's at. But let me get you set up, and we're gonna finish out. I don't want to make you sick. We're gonna finish out this little section of body work right here. See if we can get it as good as we got at the top. All right, this is flat, so this is the line we're going to use. We'll just work it. We'll just work it in. The body work that had already been done, you can tell by going to the metal here and here already that this wasn't a major crease. If it had been, you know, we wouldn't be at the metal right here. We'd still be in body work where it brought all of this metal and this metal in with it, and it didn't. It was just a sharp little. That's why I think it was either a small bump into a telephone pole, maybe a concrete mailbox or fence pole or something. But it didn't involve a whole lot of metal, and it surely wasn't at high speed. That feels really good. This one right here is going to be the difficult one because it's curved in there, and I might have to. This is the radius on this is not tight enough, so it won't get into that curve the way that I want it to. So we might have to get a little creative. I've got. Let's use this. I got a real soft foam block, so we'll try to use that softness to our advantage and see if we can get into that radius. You don't want to press real hard when you're using a soft block, because it will deform the block too much and cause it to contour with whatever contour is there instead of staying stiff. So you just want to let the paper do the work. Well, that's real close. Boy, that's real close right there. I think that's close enough for the body filler to do anything that my fingers might be missing. So you have a rounder contour right here and a sharp one right here. So you've got two different types of bevels that you're working with, plus this roundness in here, so you have to make that match that roundness. This edge here match this edge, and this edge here match this edge. Well, it's a little complex, and it's really easy to overdo. So sand and feel, sand and feel, sand and feel. That feels really, really good right there. All right. All right, I like that a lot. So that's pretty much the only body work we had to do on this. He done, or whoever, done a really good job. Other than getting that black paint off of it, made my job a whole lot easier. All right, I'm gonna pause you and get this thing ready to prime. Bring you back when we're priming. All right, guys. We got this thing wax and grease removed. We got it tacked off. No, I didn't tack it off. Let's see. Got this thing off real quick. All right, now we got it tacked off. Got the primer mixed in our gun. By the way, I figured out what was wrong with the gun. You know, if you watched the last video, you could tell I was really struggling. And I was thinking it was the primer that was hardening. But come to find out, the breed hole in the top of the gun it's got a plastic, I don't know, insert inside this cap. And through the years, paint had got on top of that plastic cap and had covered that hole. So I had to take it apart and get it breathing again. We should be good to go now. All right. Stop right there. It's a little bit aggravating, but I gotta do it. Those little bubbles I was telling you about earlier, I forgot to get them. And that, you can't let that go. That'll come back and get you. All right, now we're ready to go. I had to go down to the metal right there to get all those bubbles out.
this gun. I gotta mix some more primer, and I'll bring it back and start spraying. Alright, here we go.
that's gonna be all. Why didn't y'all tell me I had all that crap all over my face? That's gonna be all for today. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down there. Hit your notifications so you'll be notified every time I put a video out. Leave your comments down below. Help me build this channel. I've said it before. This is all new. You know, I'm not a cameraman. I'm not a computer guy. I work hard for a living. So I need all the help I can get. So if you'll subscribe, it'll really help me out. And like I said on the previous video, I'll keep updating throughout this entire paint job. You can see over here we've already got the hood done, and we've got our guide coat on it. I'm going to give this about 3 hours, and I'll put a guide coat on it, and we'll see what we can do about next weekend. On the bottom side, I'm not going to bother priming the bottom of the hood and the bottom of the deck lid. What I'll end up doing with it is when it comes time to actually paint, then I'll seal it, and then right behind it I'll lay the base coat and clear to it. That way we've got a good chemical bond, you know, between the sealer and the metal, and the sealer and the base coat, and we'll let all that stuff cure up together. And under those panels, they need all the help they can get, you know, but it is what it is. So we'll see y'all on the next time.